4 cams, does that work? No. Hey Fiona.
Oh, hi.
Okay. Can I actually do this? Just bear with me. Can I actually do this? Just bear with me. Can I actually do this? Just bear with me. Okay. Hi Fiona. Thank you. All right. Okay, so what I'm working on tonight, I just started this, by the way. Whoever is in the chat, you haven't missed anything. But I'm working on this sample library that I done a version of it a while back, before Christmas, before New Year's, and now just working on it some more. I'm not sure if this is the best layout for this. Let me just try. This. No. There you go. Yeah, I think this is going to work better. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I have all my samples recorded. I have long, short. I have all the long. This is quite loud. Just bear with me. Okay. I have some wind sounds that I'm just gonna add to stuff. Some rolling sort of effect sounds. All that kind of cool stuff. So right now I'm just trying to find the best way to layer all of this. Well, the cat just walked in. Okay. Yeah. You won't like it. This is tea. Okay, so I have just added sort of the wind sound here. Hey, Pete Max, how are you doing? Happy New Year, dude. So right now I just need to enable that sound only when I trigger one of these buttons. So I have a tap added. So this is going to be my UI here. This is what it looked like. And you can either press the button here directly with the mouse or use a key switch on the keyboard and just add the sound of the finger tapping on the flute. so with and without it, and I have just rolls in the background, so I need to just code the bit that's going to enable that, and it's going to be something similar to the button temp. Actually, open. Well, I'm doing okay. Yes, so far so good. How do you make comments in the Kontakt script language? Oh, just those brackets? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is for this section for the tap switch enabled. How are you doing in your part of the world? How are things? I'm going to copy all of that, and I'm going to just duplicate here for roles. And we're looking at event node 38, and we're looking at button switch node role. Wait. Switch role, of course. Oh, this is group. Oh yeah, I have to allow or disallow the group as well. Not role. We're looking for groups. Allow group 4, and this is rolling robin. So round robin. So there's 3 groups to control. 4 and 5. It's all right. Are you avoiding any sort of COVIDness? Hopefully. My sister had it recently. She's okay now, but yeah, she didn't quite have a good time. What did I do? How come 0 here is? Okay, should be 40 anyway. How come this guy is all red? How come you're not turning green, buddy? Addy Variostrad, how are you doing? We're working on that flute stuff, and right now I'm just doing some basic scripting for the key switches. You're probably not seeing much. Is this the best layout? I don't think it is. Let's go back to this, and I'll move stuff around. Probably can't see much. Happy New Year, Addy. How are you doing? where was I? Color, rolls enable, event note. We're looking for note 40, which is this guy. Or 38? No. Yeah. 40 for the rolls. How come you turned red? Switch roll. Anyway. Allow groups for fun. Yeah. Happy New Year, too. Something's off. What happens when I... And 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Oh! Well, yeah. I mean, idiot. We need groups 4, 5, 6 to be disabled while we press this button. Disallow group. Can you actually just... Oh. No, can you actually just do multiple groups, like have an array of groups that you can disable? Let me just run a quick search. I don't think so. Has to be one group at a time. Okay, fair enough. Let's apply that. I still don't know why this actually just came up. So why don't you turn... Oh. It should be switch anyway. Switch taps and switch rolls and everything. Not shit. Let's change that everywhere. Tabs, switch tabs, switch wind, and declare UI. Okay, we're good. And we're looking for note wind, note tabs, note wind. It's 38 and 40. Color is red. Why is this come up red and green? I don't know. Note roll, note wind. Oh. Not roll. Should be not roll, not rolls, and we're looking for switch. Be everywhere. Switch rolls. Oh, don't tell me. Okay. The problem with this editor is that there's no sort of color coding of anything. So yeah, this happens a lot. And set color, not roll. Might be not rolls. Switch rolls. Okay. Hey, Cook Chicory, how are you doing? Switch tabs. Oh yes, okay. Switch tabs. Let's get this as well. Switch tabs. Switch tabs. Switch tabs. Switch tabs. Switch tabs. I think that's everywhere. Okay. You actually have to script. Yeah, well, what I'm doing right now is I'm creating. So this is my UI. I'm creating these buttons here, and you can see the mapping here. So when I pressed here, it enables or disables them. So you can also do it with your actual keyboard. Here, no, like that. There you go, and you can do it. I want to have it CC enabled. So yeah, you need to script a lot of that. Like the drag and dropping only gets you so far, but you know, the drag and dropping allows you to get all this. But what I'm trying to do is here I'm creating groups. So I have the long notes, and each time I play a note, it goes to a different group. So it's a slightly different version, like it's a different version of the same note. And this one's volume. Good news, everyone. Hey, God, scared the crap out of me. Basil Breyer, how are you doing? Thank you very much for the raid, and very welcome. Hey, Fixati, you brought some friends. Okay, you're the one responsible for that. Are they as pun heavy as you are? And but thank you very much, and thanks very much for the raid, and welcome people. I'm making a sample library in Kontakt based on crappy old flutes I had lying around. So right now I was showing I have a different round robin. I've also recorded the tap of the fingers on the flute separately. You can enable that. If I enable it by pressing this note, it becomes green. You can get the tap of the finger, and I've included now rolls, kind of windy sort of rolls. That you can enable, disable. So what I'll do in the UI at some point is I'll include a little volume controller as well, so you can control greetings. Thank you very much, Path of Briar. Sorry. You can have a little volume control, so you can define how much you want from that, and I'll have that volume part controllable through CC, so you can actually dynamically, as you're in your MIDI recording, actually augment it or diminish it as you please, and it make things a bit more interesting sound-wise. I've extra wind. I'm going to add extra wind to the sound of the flute as well, if you want to have that. And it's the same thing. You know, you can either enable here or enable it with the keyboard controls or a MIDI note. and then the intensity would be MIDI automatable. Is the same flute from your Easter video? It's the same idea. I've re-recorded everything, and I've recorded 3 versions of each note. There's a volume issue here, but they're actually separate notes every time I separate recordings being replayed every time I press a key. So it'll make things a bit more interesting. You know, it prevents having that. Ideally, you want as many as you can. 3, 4 is good practice. A good sample library will have 8, you know, or more. But 8 is getting up there. Because that's, you know, it's you have to record everything every time. So this is just my each sample recorded here and tuned and normalized and cleaned up, and then I've just short ones I need to add as well, and have them key controllable as well. So it's quite a bit of work. But it's good. It's a good way to learn the software here. So what else? So I need to add. Oh, let's have a look at that volume issue. -5. Where everything is here. Oh, 13. Why are we at 13 here? -13 on this group. Is this group the same? -13. Let's bring that up a bit. I think we can actually just get away with bring everything to 5. I mean, you have a breath controller that uses the CC messages. There you go. Yeah, so that's the idea. You'll be able to control sort of how much breath or wind you can add in it if you want, or how much of the roll effect you can have. I don't think the tap sound needs to be CC controllable, because you can. It's just one sound, one sample. Although you might want to dynamically. No. No, increase the volume. Probably not. Thank you, by the way, for everybody for this week. It was great actually on Banjo Radio to see everybody back. And I know I took, well, I didn't sort of, I took December off pretty much, which was great. But actually I got to write a piece of music when I was on holiday. So I need to remaster that and actually release it on Bandcamp as well. I've lost the track of what I was trying to do here. Oh, I have 2 notes to add here to my. So we've got that F5, F sharp 5. Is that, yeah. What does it say? F sharp 4 here. Hold on. Oh yeah. So F sharp 5 round robin 1. Round robin 2. Oh, you can see how tedious it can be. Having a break every now and then is good. Yeah, it wasn't even so much really a break. I want just but yeah, I know what you mean. It's not even a break. I don't know. I had well, I couldn't stream while on holidays, and then I thought I was going to come back. Like I was away from the 9th until the 23rd, and then I thought, you know, around the 23rd, there's no point, because everybody will be with either friends or family or otherwise busy, and I'll be busy as well. So I was like, I might as well just not stream at all for December. But I still made some music and released some videos and work on stuff. So it wasn't really a break, but I wouldn't qualify it as a break. I enjoy doing it anyway, so it's not like I need a break. It's sort of that's what I do after work, you know, all of this. So for me, it's more of a way to relax and chill. How's the volume levels, by the way? Are we okay? I haven't checked anything before I went live, so yeah, starting 26. Yeah, no, everybody was busy, and I know some people have some friends. I think Kalios was streaming on right on New Year's Eve and all that kind of stuff. But you know, I wanted to spend it with Fiona, obviously. But fair play to him for streaming. I mean, you can look at it either way, but I think it's great that he did, because I did actually join in for a minute or two. I can't remember if I said Happy New Year or not, but he had a lot of people there. It was cool to see that, you know, people have company through a stream as well. That's important. Is it playing back the sample fast forwarded as it's saving it? What do you mean? Is it playing back the sample fast forwarded as it's playing? No, so every note has a different sample. So I recorded every note 3 times, and there is an element of overlapping for the sharps. And what you do is overlap for the previous and the next note, and they sort of average out. But no, every note is an actual sample, so it's not sped up or anything like that. It's the actual note coming out of the instrument. And then you record as many as you can. You know, I've done color matched here, so I went for 3, which really is the minimum. Oh, when you're saving the file. Oh, yeah, you're hearing. Yeah, Ableton does a funny thing when I'm saving this. Here, actually, I need to save that wind as well. Yeah, it sort of processes them in the... I think what it does, it disables the output on the audio drive, the ASIO driver, and it processes them through the ASIO driver. But because I have that real Reaper stream a thing on the ASIO driver, so you can actually hear my DAW. I think you're hearing the processing that I can't hear. So I can't hear what you're about to hear right there. I know it's making a sound because I see the monitor moving, but I can't hear it, so I have no idea what it sounds like. You struggled with the touch sensitive key. Oh yeah, I haven't used a Iwi or whatever way it's pronounced yet. So bear with me as I save all these samples. We have all this section here as well. Yeah, and there's not much I can do about that. I'm sure it's unpleasant. I've been told it is. Because I think one night I rendered a whole track like that, and people were writing all in caps in the chat. Okay, so I'm not going to tackle these here yet. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. It disabled my output, but obviously because we're sort of that plugin I use, so you can actually hear that everybody uses, to be honest, who makes music. So because the ASIO drivers can't really be broadcast, so what it's actually doing, it's sort of eavesdropping on the driver and then sending that as a broadcast to a receiver version of this. So I have the receiver sitting on Realstream on Streamlabs as a plugin, so the receiver catches it. So, but what we're doing, we're actually eavesdropping on the driver. It's kind of cool. How crazy did that Castlevania I posted it, was it yesterday? Just, I don't know, just because I was like, I'll post it. I might not, why not? and it went crazy in retweets and everything. It's probably my most tweeted thing ever. Out of all the things I've tweeted, it's probably my most definitely most retweeted video or any post ever. And it's funny because it's like from 2020, and people who followed me for a while have only discovered it now. Okay, let's go back to Kontakt, and we need to add those notes. So that F5 sharp. Yeah, it went mad. Twitter is funny. And I was joking, I retweeted it again earlier, just saying, God, you play music for 25 years and this is this is the stuff people like. So here, so what I'm doing is every time I play, it plays a different group. They're called groups. So here it's trying to find long round robin 2 and long round robin 3 afterwards. Can't find them because I haven't dropped them in yet. So let's do that. And okay, do it like that. And round robin 3. So now I used to stop here. Oh, it saturates a little bit. I can fix that afterwards. I can fix the sample anyway. Hey, Arthur, how are you doing? You loved the disc, the disc pick. That started from the Discord server. Who was it that posted? Was it Nico or whoever it was? Posted a picture of his floppy disk. And that's where it started, and then people were... Yeah, that was Terrible Fire. Nico posted this his Atari ST, and then Terrible Fire just followed up with the Omicron disc for the Atari ST, of all things. And yeah, followed up. And it started there, and then I was like, oh, that'd be a cool Twitter thread. I genuinely love seeing original floppy disks. I have a collection of actually original... I've lost the box ever since, even when people... send me stuff and they said, I can't find the box, do you still want the floppy? It probably doesn't work. I said, yeah, no, send me the floppy, because I just love the artwork on floppy disks. And actually it's kind of cool nostalgic stuff. And then it went kind of crazy. Yeah, the disc pick thread, show me your floppies. So F5, and the last one, was it G sharp 5, was it? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. It's really struggling. We got 2 octaves. Okay, and then I need to extend the taps because... Maybe because... F2, essentially G... Oh yeah. F... Who's this here? Who's? For the sake of just testing, we're gonna have the sound of the finger, and it's really the sound. This is this flute, by the way. Oh, this camera is terrible. Hold on. Let me fix this. Hold it. Focus. Yeah. There you go. You might not be too happy about seeing me like nice and clear, but here's Simon. Okay, so that's one thing done. We've added these guys, and now I want to enable even that roll could be a bit louder, couldn't it? Just as a default, and then people can that's the annoying part. You need to set that manually, and I don't quite trust the copy and paste here. That's okay. We've only 3 round robin. Otherwise, it'd be quite a pain. I think you can. I haven't had great success with just selecting everything at once like that. Okay. Next, we want a group for our wind. So wind. Round robin 2. Wind round robin 3. I say wind, but it should be breath. And what I'm doing is essentially I'm just not playing a note and just going like that. And it's just a way to add a bit of more just breath and character in the note if you want. You can see clearly now. Yeah, so it's one of those flutes that you find at flea markets. And it's terrible. It's out of tune, but there's something cool about them, because I mean, whistles are cool. I love. They're cool, but they're super clean, and sometimes you just need something that's a bit more gritty and and it's way out of tune with itself. That's a problem. I had to retune everything. Anyway, so it's not really usable as an instrument. Look at those whistles. proceed to the whistles. Well, they're the ones I receive. This one, I absolutely love this one. It's lovely and chunky. Love the sound. It's in low E, and it's slightly a higher pitch than the low D, but something nice about that key. Anyway, sorry, I'm just reading this. Somebody just replied. I don't know if I hate it or if it's genius, but in any doubt, I love fucking you. No, you don't. No. Please don't. Anyway, all right. What should? Oh yeah, wind sounds. So we're gonna add the wind round robin 1. Where's my wind gone? Hey, where's wind tree? Did we say wind tree? Maybe we didn't. Is there a wind tree? Definitely the wrong order. Yes. And you love to pick them up on that, but sometimes it's funnier not to. Why is there? Oh yeah, my rolls could be. So here I use the roll, but I don't repitch it. So it's just you see what I mean? Because if I actually, let's just say I drop the wind sound here on a different, let's just say here, and I stretch it. It's going to want to repitch everything. So I can just disable the tracking. And it's the same note. It plays the same way for every note. And I can just literally overlap this with my existing thing. Here we're going to do the same for Win 2. Second round robin. It's a different, slightly different sound. And Win 3 I'll do all the disabling, enabling stuff in the afterwards. Would this work if I do it for these two tracking? Okay. Okay, so what it's doing right now, it's only playing the first one. It's actually playing all 3 at the same time. So what I need to do is I'm going to select all of them and just cycle them as a round robin. So every time the note is triggered, it'll play a different one. So right now it's going to play, oh yeah, and change the order. So this is round robin 1, round robin 2, and round robin 3. So now, oh, no, not like that, because I had them all selected. So this is 2, and this is 1. Yes, this is Ableton, yes. We have a problem with our samples here. I think the 3 is the same as 1. Yeah, it is. What happened? What happened? It sounds like a kettle just not wanting to Yeah. Is it Ableton? Yes, it is Ableton Live. That's what I've been using now for since 2020. I changed during the when did I change? I think it was during the first lockdown, and decided, because I with a bit of extra time, so I decided to first learn the piano and then learn to use Ableton instead of Acid Pro because of the crashes. Not that we're not getting any crashes in Ableton, but it saves a lot better. It crashes a lot less. I mean, Acid Pro, I would get about 5 crashes a session. No joke. It was just becoming just too much, too much of a pain even to work efficiently, and yeah, there's nothing pleasant about it. Round robin tree, we're going to use one. That's going to confuse me if I and tree. That's way too loud as well, and I'm actually wondering, should I just put in a filter on that instead of just so around that 1K, because 1K, 2K is sort of where your voice is sitting at, so it sounds a bit more breathy than windy. Yeah, let's do that instead. Oh yeah, no, I've learned to save often. What's this MIDI here? I don't need that. So it's gonna give out if I try to resave them here while they're used. That's not a big deal. Save early, save often. Wise words. Just as your friend G. Just ask your friend Jesus. I prefer just as your friend Jesus, actually. Wind R1. Yes. Sorry about the noise. Wind R2. Yes, and 3. And then we'll enable the button. We're gonna just trim, at least Ableton is good to recover from crashes. It really is, actually. It really, really is. We've had a few crashes here live, and every time recovering the project has not been a problem, to the point where I actually don't panic anymore when we have a crash, because that's it. Oh. It actually sounds like there's a wind coming through the window, but This is not going to be a final volume. It's just to add texture in the background. So we're going to have this super, super low. Anyway. Okay, so let's just select those three and yeah, it sounds like those pipe organs, yeah. But that's what they are. Pipe organ is just, it's a single whistle with no notes here. So it's just one of these without any holes. And then you put another one beside it, and then another one beside it, and another one beside it. I also want to have all the, to make a small articulation, so stuff like, you know, things like that. We'll do that in time, but right now I'm just figuring out how to add these as extra layers that you can dynamically add here through the UI. And then after that, we'll do key switches for the short notes. And once we have the short notes sorted, I'll do all the ornamentation transition type of stuff. Just a tad larger. Did you see this, that video of, what's his name? The guy who did a lot of banjo covers before I started. Oh God, Rob Scallon, Rob Scallon, and he did a video about probably the biggest pipe organ in the world, and he goes to the church with the guy who plays it, like the whoever, not the owner, but the guy in charge of it. And they go through all the system, the networking system and all that. And suddenly when you see it, you realize how huge a tool it is and how amazing they are. It really is, because there's entire rooms and every nook and cranny is dedicated to that. And the length of everything is so precisely calculated. It's quite impressive. But even just to power the engine, the fan to send the wind through that entire thing. What just went wrong? Is it my it's amazing machinery. Yeah, Rob Scallon pipe organ. It might be new, might be relatively recent.
Hey, you want to get leaner?
No, I don't want to get leaner. Well, I do, but not with you. It's always people who live in sunny countries and don't seem to work that, you know, are in shape. Yeah, so it's that.
It is so cool to hear that song on this gigantic.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, hey.
Oh, here it is. And then I've always wanted.
But anyway, they go through. Is that the one? No, that's the other. There's a second one. Okay. There you go. Yeah, that's going inside it.
It's like a giant tree house. Every single pipe is accessible with these ladders and walkways.
Look at the size of these pipes. Tiny little pipes. And they go like, there's so many chambers.
And that they will turn and make a tinkling sound. There's a Zimbelstern in the front and one in the back. Whoa.
Anyway, yeah, watch it. Go to his channel and watch it. Look, just look Rob Scallon pipe organ. There's 2 videos on it. Really, actually, genuinely interesting. I really like the videos he's been making on different instruments, I have to say. What was I gonna do next? Oh yeah, I want to disable and enable that wind as well. So I have my color. Why is this gone? I fix that afterwards. Doesn't matter. Declare UI switch switch wind. Yeah, switch wind. We're looking for switch wind. Extra wind. We're gonna do a copy and paste of all this. That's my logic to enable, disable the button, and it also reacts to the key switch on the MIDI keyboard. So you can either control it here to here or control it to this, and you can see it goes red, green, or red, depending. So you know it's if it's activated or not that way. Cook Chicker, you have to leave early. Felt good having the stream back. You're very welcome. Thank you very much for the sub and joining. And have a good weekend. Rolls, wind. Do I know where it is? Let's not do this. Switch wind. Who's texting me? Note wind, note wind. Is it note wind? Yeah, and then switch wind. And the note is 38 for winds. Cool, and nope. To allow group 7 and just group 7. Oh no, wait, no, we've got multiple groups as well, don't we? 7, 8, 9. Because it's a round robin as well. Seven, 8, 9. Uh, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that took me a second, Fixato. Oh, you're back. Oh no. Oh. So taps. Did I? Like fucking idiot. Swap them. 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. It's not the easiest or friendliest editor when you're used to an actual code editor. Eight, 9. Right. Normac, how are you doing? Happy New Year. In person. Look at that. Speed flute. Normal flute. A lot of wind flute. That should be Rhodes, right? Why is it not playing the... Ollie. 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 Okay. So that works. I think we can increase the volume of these guys a little bit more. Because ultimately, and we'll find the default value, set it at that, and then add pots to modify them individually, or modify each group. Yeah, I think that's plenty. Oh yeah, and I have the wheel. And there's a vibrato as well on the mod wheel. So I've already enabled these. Okay, I think that's sorted. Next. You can add a pod. How do you change the line? Is there an engine power volume? We're looking for, okay, the first one is parameter. Yeah, I can, that's no problem. Get engine parameter display. Engine power volume, yes we can. Okay, let's try that. So we're gonna create a little here, where does it sit in UI? Happy New Year, Norman. Happy New Year. How was it? How did you get on? I feel like I could do some music in the background, but then it's not the easiest to control the buttons while you're playing, but I think that's something you need to add on the MIDI track. Like that's what it's designed for. It's not designed for performance. Thank God, because I'm not much of a piano performer, as you can see, but okay. It's different stuff you can modify as well, but for now we're gonna add a little controller knob and declare switch UI. We're looking for UI knob. For the taps, I suppose we could have we'll try with the wind first. Attack wind knob. Declare the same starting value, ending value, that's no problem. Wind knob, wind. Now that I think of it, do we need the button? We could actually just set the wind to 0. And no. No, because we want to be able to switch it off as well, or switch it back on. Yeah. Wind knob, move control. Where is my... So we're looking for... Don't know, 500, 165. It's going to be too big for it anyway, but just so we're going to position it there. Default value set to 0, 0. Yeah, everything is 0. And persistence, so it's going to stay on its last value. Yeah, it's not where to be. Apply. Oh, 25. Actually, kind of there. Could I actually just push it there and have the wind knob somewhere else? Let me just try this. 5. Yeah, and just have it lined up like that. Extra wind, we're gonna push that up. Just bear with me. 5, 5, 1, 4, 5. Something like that, yeah. And then we're gonna push this guy here. A knob to pass wind, exactly. I knew that would make you chuckle. And then 3, 25, 1, 4, 5, something like that. There you go. Yeah, that looks much better already. Okay, well, we're gonna create 2 more. Tap knob. Don't say anything. Tap, 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 tap. We want it at what was the values here? 525. We said 425. Okay, there you go. And roll knob. Just as well, Terrible Fire isn't here. I've had way too many jokes about that. 3, 5. Yeah, I think that'll. Yeah. God, just about. We could actually push them back a little, maybe by 10. Nope. Maybe by 5 then. Not that much actually. Yeah. Give us tiny bit extra room. With the title, just play the fucking note. Do I still have it?
Just play the note.
Yes, I do. And $530, $425. Oh, okay, it's all mixed up. Okay, so it's all nice and well, but we want these knobs to do stuff. Because right now they're not doing anything. So, our event is on control, on UI control. Is it called wind knob? Wind knob. God, you're getting everything, like coding, sound, graphical design, UI design. So we're looking at. Actually, we're not looking at the. Yeah, we're looking at this guy. Set engine power. Oh no, that should be volume. By the value of specified on wind knob. What's the we want to set the which group is the wind again? So it's 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 4. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 7, 8, and 9. So we're looking at group 7 here. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. 7, and the next one is our slot, and yeah, that's okay. 7, 8, 9. So we're gonna do that 3 times because we want to set the parameter specified on the knob. So to all these groups 7 and 8 and 9, and we want to change the knob label as well to reflect that it's change the volume. No, here we don't need to use all these 3 groups. We can just use this. I think that's it. No errors. We're gonna enable our wind. Did it? Oh yeah. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. Yeah, that works. Cool. Okay. Now we want a default value when, yeah, it defaults to 0. So can I actually just switch tabs, wind? Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work because it's, yeah, okay. No. Oh yeah, I can enable it here. I forget my own UI. Yeah, it doesn't set the value to it set it to a funny. Let's try this for a second. Yeah, it doesn't actually turn the knob. Okay. I think it's because the value set. I need to do some math here. Because the actual value that we get from it derives its value here from. Oh no, I can just do this. Get engine parameter. I can actually just do this right at the beginning as well, just to set a default value that will be default every time you turn on the tool. So here we're going to set the engine parameter volume. Okay, we're just going to try 5 decibels because it will be very audible. What's this 9 again? Yeah, okay, and .555 setting up level. We're gonna win knob parameter. That should work. Setting up. Oh, am I? Nope. Why didn't it set engine parameter power volume? We have normally the value should be. It should be, yeah, we should be all good. Setting up default value. No, actually, setting up label. Yeah, why do I change? What do you not like about this? What do you not like about this? Because I changed the parameter value. It should not be on. No, it didn't. One of the, yeah, it makes you, yeah, it does have that. It's high pitched, like it's not so much breathy as it is just that sort of sound. You get a lot of harmonics and overtones, you know. The problem here, there's no redo, undo either. With knob, set the knob default value. We can, yeah, that's the right knob. Roll knob, and we're looking for it. So why isn't that just having that working? Get engine parameter display. First, let's see if the parameter is even changed. No, so that's actually not doing anything. I need to go have a look at other people did it. I think move control. Okay, that's not engine parameter volume. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to redo these wind noises anyway. They're sort of placeholders for now. I'll find. Do you know? Maybe I'll have to cheat and do the wind on something else, or like another part of the instrument. Something like that actually might be something breathier. Yeah. Something like that. I think that'll work a lot better than just because it sounds like it's just wind passing through the window. But right now our problem is, why isn't it changing the volume parameter for that group? This is the right syntax in it. Parameter, engine volume. The actual value. So far, so good. Yeah, it's changing it to is it one of those? No. Oh. Defaults to that 0.9. What the what? Yeah, it's actually not changing. Fuck all. Declare up win of the set. What's it saying about that? Okay, you need to callback, just replicate the you have in your LP callback in the init. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not working. Did I get engine parameter, engine parse and effect output gain? Yeah. Oh, we might need to do a get engine parameter first. delay amount. Let me just see what he's doing. Declare UI knob. He's declaring the knob. Set the text. Blah blah blah. Set engine power. That's what he's trying to do, which is what I'm trying to do. Set knob unit. Oh yeah, interesting. We can actually have units. Set knob label. Yeah, but that's to get the actual parameter, and then you set it. So I need to. Okay, let's try that. See, I would have thought engine power volume would have been what I need to do. I have used that one here. What's the syntax for that? What's the syntax for get engine parameter? Okay, get engine parameter. We're looking at parameter itself. That's such a weird. Which group slot the generic? Okay, same thing then. Hey, Jester Black Mage, how are you doing? The Fokker himself, yes. Fokker himself is trying to code some Kontakt library stuff here right now. And see, get engine parameter display. That's what I'm trying to do here. And that's not actually fetching it. So what the what? Slot, which did I find mod? Yeah, it's not a group index, group slot index, 0 based specify parameter, please only to group instrument effects. Oh, I probably should have -1 because it's not a group instrument effect, it's anything else. And that doesn't work. Okay, well, let me see. I set the default value to. Well, I do set the label to that, so the label should actually fetch that. But right now, are we set to infinity? Yeah. Why is that? Is it because we are not enabled? It's because I set it to 0. But I'm doing well, thank you very much. Do you know what? Let's save this instrument for now. There you go. Apply. How are you doing, Jester? It's not working. get engine parameter. It gets the parameter specifically. Yeah, okay, that I get. And I get that. The parameter group itself, it's group 7. I'm pretty sure that. For group instrument slot index is the next number. Specify apply instrument effect modulator and modular intensity. For modulators and modulators to group. Yeah. Mod name for other application -1. Yeah, and I'm cool with that. Oh, and then generic. I think we should have actually -1 here. Anyway. Whether that's going to work or not is a different matter, but and then here parameter volume. So we have our slot, so that should be -1 everywhere. Let's try this, because that's not a send effect, that's just our main volume for that group. Now the other thing is that value. No, that's not actually working. What's the volume on this? Okay, let me just put it by this by default. See what happens when I apply it. Is my code even changing anything? It changed something there, but it actually defaulted my volume to. Yeah, okay. Setting up default value to okay. Let me just check. Setting up a label and default value. It should be that anyway. Should really set my engine first and then what? I don't think I need to make persistent. Why do you not like being here? You were fine above. What happened to you? What happened to you? Interesting. Setting up default value. It just doesn't like having a. It just doesn't like having a. A dynamic default value entered. That's what it is. Like I can actually just have this or have this, and that doesn't work anyway. What was that threader? Set nav default value not working. So could I do this? Win knob equals get engine parameter of that thing. No. But delay. Let me just look at the code here. Okay, not the most gripping stuff here. Never mind. I don't know why you don't like me. Yeah. That's actually the recommended syntax from Kontakt themselves. Get engine display. Yeah, I'm not going mad. Engine parameter volume. We're looking at group 7. No slot and no whatever this thing is. Generic. Instrument effect to internal modulators, sound effects on them. Engine power volume. Is there an example of engine power volume in this guy? Okay. Volume, get engine power volume. Set knob label, volume, get engine power That's actually the declare UI knob, set UI knob unit. We might do that too. That way, do you know that might actually be a unit issue? Regardless, it doesn't hurt. And then we have set knob default value. Actually, for DB they recommend this, so let's just get rid of this first. Okay, interesting. One thing I can try is wind knob equals, and use that. Get engine parameter, and then all that. Why? And it actually new line expected. What do you mean new line expected? New line. Apply. Line 36, new line expected. I don't know what that means. Is that just a formatting issue? No. Wind knob. Anyway. Wind. Forgot a parenthesis somewhere. It that's what it does look like, but I mean, we got one here, one here, one here. Okay, one. Is that? Yeah. One. Oh, we got an extra one here. Is that it? Oh, don't tell me that's it. Yeah, the scripting language is being a knob. Yeah, it doesn't quite tell you what the errors. But anyway, that didn't work because it's actually not. You know. So can we do this? That's what I wanted to do in the first place. That didn't work because odd reason. I don't know. The engine part here just set engine power isn't setting our volume correctly. Anyway, let me just see if we bring it up for all that group. Odd reason, odd Ableton. Yeah, it just resets it to infinity. And I think something to do with this guy here. Move control, set text, set knob unit. Declare UI knob. That's how it needs to be anyway. Set default value to whatever. I quite don't like that, but maybe it just I don't know. That's really because it doesn't tell you what unit that value is in, and then it doesn't set actually the yeah, and it defaults it back to at least our dB unit is working. That's good to know. What I'm trying to do is actually force. Maybe I can't do it on UI, although to set knob level, get set engine. Maybe I can't do a set engine parameter on the init. Yeah, I think it might be that set engine parameter. No, that's it. That's what the need to replace those set engine parameters before the make persistent block and do this instead. Command. So he sets them here, set knob level, set engine parameter here, but yeah, it's not making them. Yeah, it's not making them persistent. If you do this, you don't even set me. Yeah, but it's not what it's trying to do, and not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to set the engine parameter, not get the value from it. Although, because right now, maybe if I remove this altogether, apply, there you go. I'm just trying to force something that doesn't need to be forced. It works like that. I don't need to set the parameter. It's just going to remember it because I set the default value to what it is currently as. So when you restart it, it just takes that. It forces. That's where it forces it here. And then when you move it from there, the engine kicks in and it sets it to whatever it says here. So I'm not losing any value. Yeah, I was just trying to set it by default. Didn't need to do that. Oh yeah. Okay. And those samples are absolute shite. We're going to redo them, but now that we hopefully know not what to do, we're going to do something similar here. Let me tidy this a little bit because it is set progress at least, progress at last. Anyway, we're going to same for the taps. So let me just go over here. We set the knob unit, UI knob, set the text. Okay, let's do that here as well. That way it'll be done. Okay, and then you know we could probably do that for all our tabs. LP filter. Actually, I don't know what the actually it doesn't need it. It's already on. Set knob unit. What units have we available? Because that should be in hertz. dB hertz. Okay, we have hertz. So for the filter, apply. Filter knob here. You should be in hertz, not the other guy. Okay. I'll have to find a way to abbreviate as well. Anyway, and then attack, you should be in milliseconds. Oh, and there is a millisecond, which is interestingly ms. Oh yes, it is. But there you go. Okay. Pete Mouse, you have to go. Was night hanging. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know it's not the most glamorous type of stream, but actually, my streams never are. They're never glamorous. I hope it's somewhat interesting. Anyway, have a good night, dude. And don't feel sorry you have to go. Thanks for coming in the first place. So next. We kind of don't want that default val label and that make persistent. We're just gonna get engine parameter. We're gonna take it from it's three. Do we need that then? Do we need the tab get engine parameter? Oh yeah. Yeah, because we need, yeah, we did. Interesting to follow in the background anyway. It's fair enough. Okay, right, and then we're gonna enable the tap knob. Tap knob, and then that's just one group here actually. So we just need the group 3. And I'm guessing we just need -1 and -1 then. And we could actually do the same for the other one. I'm not sure why we're looking for, but obviously that's not. Okay. Okay, but our pot value is not changing. That's because I probably mixed it for something else. Yeah, it's reading it off engine power volume group 3. Group 3. There you go. Do, and then we're gonna do the same here on UI control for this. Roll, roll. Is it rolled or roll? Roll nub. I'll just copy and paste just in case. And we're looking at group 4, 5, and 6. And here we can just take the first one. Doesn't matter. It should all be the same. And roll nub. But here, same thing, it defaults, so we're going to change all that. And default value. Roll knob, we're looking at group 4, 4, 4, apply. There you go. Okay, it still sounds like shite. That's down to my samples being just not great, but we're making some progress. These are odd indeed, odd flutes. So everything is controllable through these, yeah, key switches on the keyboard. I need to map in the CC automation, but I think that can be done from the UI. There's no code required for that, I think. And should we try that? Should we try it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so it's a mod. We're gonna try this for the wind. Okay. Okay. Gonna add a modulator. External source. No. No. You like the placement in the yeah, well I'm gonna redesign a bigger knob for the attack. Oh yeah, the attack. The attack is controllable as well. And now that I think of it, the attack should also control all of these as well, all the groups. Is there an all group? All groups disallow. I'm not sure that's gonna, no, that's only for disallow groups or allow groups. So I need to have them manually controlled through here. Set the ADSR envelope for all of these. Mother of God. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I think that's it. The other one is not. Is that gonna work? It should. No, it doesn't. And that's because I need to edit all groups. And they don't all have an envelope, an ADSR envelope. That is why. So I need to add one as a modulation. Dear God, how do I do that again? Is there a proper word for those holes? The holes on the flute? No, just finger holes, really. So here on this guy that doesn't have an ADSR modulator, I forgot. Why do you have an LFO? Why do you have an LFO? You shouldn't have an LFO. You're a TAF, you don't need an LFO. Delete. Add a modulator. We're looking for envelope, ADSR envelope. You're over there. I'm gonna say I think it takes it into account, but the okay, let's do it for all these guys then. Add envelope, ADSR envelope. I'm gonna set you all to 0. Edit all groups. And we're gonna set you all to 0. I'm not convinced it's working. We're definitely hearing that before the is there a way to disable that temporarily? Always starting key, no. Oh, group solo, there you go. Oh, I know. I know. I think I know. It's my modulation is not affecting the volume, it's affecting the pitch. And why? Yeah. Group insert FX, and actually should be in there. Yeah, I put the ADSR in the wrong. Should have been here. Yeah, because of course I'm delete. Okay, have I deleted all the ADSR? Do you know what? I don't need my mapping editor for now. Forgot something obvious. Yeah, in a way. So here the modulator is applied to the source, but as a modulator you can only have it affect the actual sample. If you want to have an ADSR that affects the volume, you define it here. Is the long story, and it affects the volume. You can set it to 0 here, and if I solo that group and just have. Damn it. Why are you? Oh, whoa, whoa! You have your DSR. And you have your DSR. But you don't have an ADSR. Pretty sure I added it, but okay. Now if I change this, yes. Okay, that works. And hey, cat. And why aren't you working? Oh, because you're not enabled. Yes, so it should all work now. Let's just try this again. And we don't hear the tap because the attack is so long, the tap has gone by the time the attack comes in. Yes. And also the release, need to change the release. What's the release on these guys? I think it's quite short. Yeah. We're gonna do something similar for all of these. That's a shame I can't quite copy. What is it? Whoops. What? And I curve it a lot more like that. I'm gonna hold a bit longer, more delay, and I bet you I have to do it all. Okay, okay. For every single. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's because I created all them at the same time and this one was created last. But they're, yeah, that works. So we don't have that trailing kind of wind at the end. And that'd be a very different. We need no attack with that. Okay, I think we're good, and I think that's plenty done for tonight. Even though it doesn't sound like much, but we've got beginning of an interface. So here, yeah, I'll have a small low pass filter that does nothing for now. I'm gonna have the attack and maybe just a little bit of a reverb echo that you can add, intensity of, and I think that will be it. The other thing I need to add is those short notes here, all of these. So I need to save all those samples individually. I'm gonna redo the wind. I'm not happy with that wind. And do you know those rolls? I'm not sure if I'll keep them. Might find something else to don't know. Maybe even something that goes up and down. Anyway, I have a good bit to add. Next job, I'll see. I might stream tomorrow night again. It's quite late here to do anymore, but add those notes. Might be in the next session, and then redo that wind sound so it's nicer. It sounds more like a warmer, sort of a hushier type of a wind, and make the flutes a lot warmer as well, because they're quite bland, really, if I'm honest. Maybe a little bit of chorus, very, very slight, just to add a bit of width and warmth. And then I'll add another key change or key switch for ornamentation, like little flicks and taps and stuff like that for each note. And just for extra ornamentation, I think we'll be good. And once that's done, I need to make a list of all that. Once that's done, it'll be also, I need to redo all that on, because Kontakt is Kontakt, sorry, is it's I mean, it's not a cheap sampler. It's quite powerful, really, really good, if I'm honest. But it's just the player itself. The player is free, but you won't be able to play the free libraries, or you can only use the official libraries on it. So I want to make one for what was it called? Good sampler. It's here, Descent Sampler, which is a free sampler, and it does quite a bit of the stuff that Kontakt can do as well. Probably not as well and as defined, but maybe I'll be able to just implement key switches. I think you can do that anyway. Maybe not the respective volume for each, but anyway, we'll see. But yeah, so that'll be next after that. So it's quite a bit of work. Reverb makes everything better. Yeah, the problem with reverbs is just colors too much for some people. So sometimes people like just either to add their own reverb or just have the sound stop like really quick. So the option to set it on way 0 like is you need that. But yeah, I mean, like I can add reverb already here. You know, legacy reverb, plate reverb would be nice. See what I mean? Having the option to control that with a controller, like a button controller, as you're playing, or re-record that and automate it. Like in real time, yeah, or just have an automation curve here. So because this is all playable through MIDI, so I can just create a MIDI, and then it'll. Where's my notes? There you go. Come on, come on, come on. So you have that, and then you can insert an automation curve to tell whatever, you know. Actually, there's none here, but oh, it's the pitch bend. So I can actually, it's already enabled the pitch bend, so I can actually just pitch bend. Or is it? Maybe not. Actually, it's not enabled. I take that back. But anyway, so I'll probably set a MIDI controller, and you can assign that to one of the undefined MIDI controllers, like 20, and it'll allow you to set the volume. Like, so it'll be similar to that. Let's just say a MIDI controller volume 20, something like that, and now you'll be able to just increase the volume of the air as you're playing, like just to add effects and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so and the finger tap sound essentially can be enabled or disabled through, or any of these three tabs here. You can enable them or disable them by pressing the key on the keyboard, but that also means that if you send the MIDI command, which should be C1, yeah, C1, it will actually, yeah. If I enable, if I press it here, sorry, and then press it here, and then sorry, here, and then here, and then here, it'll enable, disable the tap sound. So not the rolls, sorry, the tap sound. And you probably need to have it enabled slightly before the note, otherwise it will play it for the next note. But so you get the idea that it'll be fully automatable. And it's reflected here, and you can see here as well that the note is coming on and on, or the finger tap sound is coming on and off. And you can do the same with rolls and extra winds. Just enable them completely or disable them completely, either with the button here, either in performance mode with this key press, which essentially is a MIDI note. So if it'll add the MIDI note in the timeline, that's what you'll get. Or you can just add it manually, and you can see actually here taps as I'm rolling over the thing. It just enables, disable them. So it was a bit of tedious coding, or scripting, but it's kind of very handy, and it'll make things very automatable, which is essentially what you want out of an actual virtual instrument. So yeah, there you go. Bit of work, but it's the idea behind it. Remember, this is a cheap. You can do anything. Yeah, I mean, this is. Let me save this. I can load another sample library, but you can do so much with the sample libraries. Let's save this. Save all that. Save all that. And let's just close this. And actually, I don't need to close it. Interesting. What? Oh, there you go. No, there you go. No. Why aren't you showing me? your full UI. That's interesting, actually. Let me just close, reopen. Oh, okay, there you go. So I don't need that, but if I load one of the libraries I have here, I'm just gonna try and find one that's not too long to load. The session string, actually, they're all gonna be long to load, but that's how all these orchestral libraries work, you know, having those violins and cellos and all this kind of stuff, all the stuff I've used. That's essentially how it works. Albion one. Actually, I should have a few. Throw violin, that work? I've stuff for the inlet pipes. I've stuff for a lot of instruments. Let's just take this here. We're gonna. Don't want to listen to this for now. Mute. You know, and this is a sequencer that plays. So, I mean, if you look into here, you'll probably find that there is a lengthy script that yeah, there you go. So this is your UI, and there is a good bit of scripting in here to make all that happen, but you can do quite a lot with the UI itself. Yeah, so your UI is defined here. There's custom buttons, obviously, and you can make all those graphics and position them. And then all your, see how many groups they have. See, I have 7 groups. They have quite a lot of groups. And these are your key changes here for different stuff. So yeah, it's quite a lot you can do with virtual instruments, and Kontakt is the best at it. You know, I know it's I think ZeniBook has a thing against them, but it's worth the money. But what's cool is you can edit it and tailor everything if you want, if you're so inclined. So what I'm doing is a very lightweight library. I mean, you have stuff that is really, but they had Kontakt themselves has done stuff like this, the Analog Dreams for and you see, like, straight away their UI is far better, and they can customize things. But alert wiser, actually, how do I? Oh, I probably need to close my own. Close this one again. This is a giant sample library that the let's pick a lead. But these are all sounds taken, like that's a very Juno type of sound. So I have all these things for that kind of stuff, and I find it. Anyway, this is a Kontakt library. A very good piece of kit, but yeah, I've quite a lot. I've even hurdy-gurdy stuff, hidden pipes. I've rarely used most of these. In fact, I haven't really. I've used a lot of free stuff, but I wanted a copy so I could make my own. You need to be very focused on what you want to do. There's so many options. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. And in fact, having said all that, I find that I usually, because I have my own MIDI plugins here, which are, you know, like Kontakt is one MIDI plugin that can host a variety of libraries, but I have my own MIDI plugins here, and quite a lot. And I find that I go back, even for synthesis, I go back to the same ones, or just use these synthesizers. But I've quite a long list of different plugins for different stuff. I mean, it's just one of them. But that's what you do after a while. You just collect plugins, a lot of free plugins. And to be honest, there's a lot of free stuff that is really good. I think Zenny uses really, you know, by choice and by cost, because it's expensive as well, but uses mostly free plugins. Me try. I have this one that's really cool, and I got that recently. I think it was like 40 quid, and I couldn't say no. It's the M1 Korg. And right now it's not playing. Oh yeah. But there's some really cool patches in there. I need to find how to use it properly, because cards. I love the M1. A friend of mine had the M1 Korg when I was a teenager, and I was fascinated by it. And you know, this is straight from Korg, and it's 40 quid. I was like, I can't pass it. So there's a ton of really cool stuff. In fact, a lot of the that kind of stuff. Let me just save that. What am I doing? Oh god, I forgot. Compo ideas. Speed compo. No, that's not it. Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's the sound of the or I was trying to reproduce the sound of the M1 Korg before I had that plugin, so it's cool to have it now. Let me load this. Oh, you probably won't hear it anyway. Okay. And you can very often reproduce stuff. So I'm actually using sound fonts, which is just sampled another type of library, and this was straight from the recorded from the Korg M1. So to get that sound, I'm using that and another Korg library or sample library from the M1. The other one is actually the official stuff. Just to, and I think, I mean, all this stuff, these were all free plugins. Podolsky from Yuhi, don't know, but that's a free synth as well. The drum kit. That's a drum kit that comes with Ableton Live. And the piano sound, which is essentially just a piano sound with a ton of delay. And it's the stock piano sound from Ableton Live as well. I could have used this as well. And I just, I use it in octaves. But I use a ton of delay on it. So altogether, did I mention? Yeah. And the bass. Yeah. I think we crashed. It didn't. Whatever happened, it didn't like it. I was gonna say same stuff with this. This was gonna be a. It was gonna be just it's sort of trying to replicate the sound of the M1 Korg. Anyway, it's one of those things that I like to practice on. I should do more of these. They're cool to practice. Like, it's just, you give yourself an hour or half an hour and just make a few bars. That's all it is. Like, that's the only line. That was a big, yeah, it wasn't even a crash, it's just frozen, just it's stuff. God, what else did I do now that I'm looking at it? There was this one that I posted. No, I don't want to save. Serious program error issued. It occurred. Well, that's a good sign. That's probably time to end the stream anyway. That was cool to work on the sample library again. So I think I'll see maybe tomorrow. I do have I think I have a thing with La Case Retro. We have a meeting at some point. So maybe after I'll see if I stream. But anyway, folks, whoever's still here, have a good night, and thank you for just listening for a while. And I'll see you soon. Is there anybody to raid that I can see? No, everybody's gone to bed. Lightweights. Absolute lightweights. Any recommendation? Fixato, you were on raid duty this evening. Have you any recommendation for a raid? Antillo is in, but he's a big streamer. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's it. Let me switch back. Folks, have a good night. Oh, Gray Fox. Okay, let's rate Gray Fox. Playing MSX games. I should do what I'll look into what Gotas has done, but when you raid, you get a preview of the channel you're about to raid. That'd be cool one. Anyway, folks, have a good night, and let's raid the Grey Fox. Are you